This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
You're listening to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Commercial consultants are standing by. We'll take caller 9-844-999. Ola to play profile this in minutes. And we do have your headlines on the way 1 hour from now. First, quick check into Mike Hawk for some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
All right, a man in California keeps getting arrested for stuff he didn't do because he has the same name and birthday as a wanted criminal.
That's got to be fantastic.
It's the same exact name and the same exact age and the same exact birthday. It's all the same.
Last Friday, he finally got sick of it and resisted arrest, so now he's facing his own felony charge.
Yeah, it's one thing to have a birthday the same day as somebody else who's famous or whatever, and you're looking like, oh, it's cool, I share a birthday with Oprah. It's a different one when it's on the exact day of your birth.
And your name is Oprah.
Yeah, and in my case, that would be, oh, God, what's his face? I didn't want to remember the guy's name now.
Oh, somebody made me laugh. So, wait a minute. The guy, so he continually gets arrested for this other person's crimes. And I understand the mix-up, but he actually got a charge against him because he resisted arrest knowing he did not commit whatever crime.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Exactly. Because he's like, dude, I've been through this before. This will be the third time. Please call them. They know me. I've been through this. The same precinct, the same everything. They know it's not me. Come on. And they're like, nope, we got you. We got you. And you can't talk your way out this time. And he's like, dude, it's not me.
We know it's you.
Yeah. But once you get there and you know it's not him, though, I feel like maybe we could drop those charges.
But they haven't yet. And they said, if you're good, if you're a good guy, we'll do it. We will
what court did he go to?
I don't know.
A good guy.
Yeah, that can't be right.
There's a video going viral of a cop outside a gas station in Florida helping a homeless man use an electric shaver to shave his face.
Oh, his face. Okay.
Turns out it was for a job interview at McDonald's nearby, and it sounds like he got the job.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
All right. It's an electric razor. Man, for most of the homeless dudes I've seen that need a shave, an electric razor ain't going to cut it, brother.
No.
He had a lot of facial hair.
Like, it starts with scissors, you know?
Weed whacker. Whatever it is.
Right.
More than 1 in 4 people say they cut in lines like at the grocery store or at an amusement park or
How
something
many
like
people?
that.
1 in 4.
1 in
1 in 4
4
people should get their ass beat there.
According to a new survey.
The hell, man?
In line?
The most common strategy. Any guesses on the most common strategy?
Get the hell out of my way!
I would say that you walk up and act like you know somebody and they're holding the spot for it. Because that's what always happens. Like, we were here, and then they showed up late, and now we're just going to all stand together. Like, get in the back of the line.
Not a bad guess.
Yeah. I hate that. That's like when you go to the bar and they go like, we're saving these 2 seats for someone who's coming. Like, this is the bar.
Right.
Like, no, you really...
Get a table, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. You don't save seats at the bar, dude. Sorry, I don't know what world you're living in.
Not a bad guess, Miles, but the most common strategy is spotting a gap in the line and hopping right in by pretending that they thought it was the end of the line.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought
were
you
you
the
in line? Oh, I'm sorry.
I love people that, were you in line? No, I just stand awfully close to people that don't know me because I'm creepy.
With a handful of groceries.
I'm in line.
I tell you what, man, there's
jerk.
The one where they get you the most, man, where people just don't tolerate it is the Washington State ferry system. If you cut in line with your car, man, someone will jump out and they will slit your throat with a knife. You will be dead before you hit the pavement.
That's why I like taking my motorcycle on there. Motorcycles go first.
Yeah, I know.
I'm dead serious.
The last time I almost got in a fist fight was because somebody cut in line in a beer garden at a baseball game, and I said, hey, man, get the F in the back.
Right.
And he just turned around and said, what are you going to do about it? And I was like, well, nothing. Damn, that's rude.
But damn, you rude.
What are you going to do about it? Not a goddamn thing, my
You're
man.
like 6'3", I know you're going to fight me. I'm not going to fight over this, but you are an a-hole.
Expect an accidental beer spillage later on there, fella.
Right?
But not by me. Because we've established
Put out
that
your
you
foot
can
and
beat
trip
my
him
ass.
as he turns away with his beers and give you that glare.
Don't do that, man. When I was like 15,
Yeah, Mike, he was a big dude.
one of my favorite things
Accidents
to do
happen, Ted.
was trip people. It was just funny. And we would sit Inner Harbor in Baltimore, tourist area. We'd sit on the bench, put our feet out just enough that people would trip. And we would do because you're 15 and there's nothing better to do. This huge brother's walking by with his family, and I thought I was smooth. He did the trip. Well, we tripped like 7 people already. And I remember looking up, and he didn't keep... Everyone else would keep walking or say, sorry, excuse me, whatever. He didn't keep walking. He just turned around and looked at me. He didn't say a word, man. He just looked at me for like 2 seconds.
But you feared for your life.
Dude, I was like, sorry. And he kind of... I really felt like he's about to take my... Don't trip people, man.
According to a new study, researchers found that when dogs hear their owners crying, the dogs would do whatever it took to push through a door to help them. So that's right, your dog would run through a wall for you.
Dogs.
They'll also lick their butt and lick your face, so keep that in mind. It's called balance.
Dogs definitely know how you're doing there.
Old Gomez would just sit on your chest while you screamed in agony there.
Gomez would wait for me to die so he could eat me. He's just waiting. That's why the hell do you think he's just waiting for me to freaking fall down the steps or something?
That's what the thing. Miles, I don't know, like a year ago, Miles falls down the stairs. He's like, well, I tried not to step on the cat. I said, Miles, you got to stop telling yourself that, man. Your cat is trying to kill you.
It really is.
There's a woman who just posted on a parenting website about a problem. She gave her daughter the name Esme.
I know an Esme.
Because she thought it was unique. But now her daughter's 4 and she's seeing the name everywhere.
How did it get popular?
I have no idea.
Movies or what?
Yeah, I know my kids go to school with an Esme. Very good kid, by the way.
She's considering changing her daughter's name to something else.
Oh, come on. Come on.
She needs to have her own name.
She is who she is. Why does
honestly,
it matter?
like, my reaction as a Smith is go to hell.
Yeah, you know what?
Like, are you serious? My name is Ted Smith.
Ted Smith.
Like,
I
there's a lot
wouldn't
of
even
Teds,
believe you.
A lot of Smiths.
If I pulled you over and you didn't have ID, what's your name? Ted Smith.
You might be one of the
son?
you might be one of the younger Teds though. Like you might be one of the last generations of the word Ted, of the name Ted.
I have a cousin who has another cousin not related to me named Ted Smith.
Okay, maybe not.
All right.
How plain of a name
damn
it is.
Oh, no,
And that Ted Smith kept a Ted
I'll be
alive.
in a second, Miles.
What happened this time?
Your doggone microphone's busted.
Is this your new
Yeah,
microphone?
unplug the back, man. Damn it.
That's the new microphone
Blow
because
on
the
it.
other one had
What do I
problems.
blow on? Mike, what do you want me to blow
Blow on both the plug and the receiver.
Give me blow on? Okay,
There you go.
We'll keep jiggling the cord.
Okay.
We'll try.
Listen to this. A new study found the average kid only spends 7 hours a week outdoors, and that includes weekends. 4 hours out of 7 days outside.
That's pathetic.
I blew on it. And it
Well,
didn't work.
apparently your breath doesn't work. I'll be in
Hold
a
on.
second.
Wait a minute. Let me do something else.
The newest salmonella-tainted food that could kill you is Pepperidge Farm goldfish crackers.
Pepperidge Farm remembers when we
Remember back when
didn't
you
have
could eat 'em?
salmonella in our crackers.
Hello, I'm
There,
back.
good
All
job,
right,
Miles.
okay, thank you.
Pepperidge Farm remembers when I had solid poo.
Pepperidge Farms remember the black Hershey squirts.
A man in Washington.
We love everyone. Here's a Milano.
A man in Washington State tried to hide
I
from
like the idea somewhere, like the Oreos started at the same time. Like, the hell with the Oreo. We'll go Milano.
Milano.
See what we did there? A man in Washington State tried to hide from the cops the other day by cramming himself into a tiny dryer.
What?
There's even a photo of them finding him.
Oh, like in an actual dryer.
Yeah, check it out.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not working on it. I don't have a photo.
Oh, you told me to turn around. I figured.
I said check it out. I didn't say turn around.
I figured you had a
A
picture.
woman in Nebraska got pulled over for going 92 in a 75-mile-an-hour zone on Saturday, then immediately got pulled over again after hitting 140 miles an hour.
Jesus.
What?
What kind of car was she driving?
No idea. I'm not working on it.
Anyway, she got pulled over to a 95.
Prius.
And then she takes off and does
I just wonder what kind
142.
of car that is.
She really likes speeding.
Or maybe she got it backwards. Like, no, we weren't saying you were going too slow. You're going too fast.
Yes. Slow it down. A 26-year-old man in Tokyo recently got arrested after he pretended to be blind so he could grow up a woman's chest.
What? God damn.
Oh, what are you talking about? Was he just walking around with his hands out?
Probably. I can't see.
Oh, what are these?
I forgot my stick at home.
I've never felt anything like this before, obviously.
Is that a doorknob?
Jeez. I mean,
Is that a doorknob?
I don't know. What excuse do you have, Miles?
Is that a door buzzer, maybe?
I mean, what? He pretended to be
dear.
blind
So
to
he could
grab
feel
a
some
boob.
chests.
I
Yep.
mean, come on.
A pot growing
I
up.
think that is the worst. I mean, not only is it assault, like,
You
that
are a
is just
sad individual.
Yeah, that is terrible, man.
Reevaluate your life. A
Yeah.
pot growing operation gets an A for effort in an attempt to scare people off their fields, but might have spent more time on security measures.
What were they?
I'll tell you all about it 1 hour from now.
Thank you, Mike Hawk. Headlines are on the way 1 hour from now. First, the game is...
The men's room presents Profile
Hey,
This.
Stephen Throwhook, could you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes a story a story. Hello, Colin. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whores.
Liquor and whores.
All right, Colin, you understand how this here game is played?
Yes, I do.
Fantastic. Here is your story. A 38-year-old woman, she was charged with shoplifting as she tried to walk out of a Target with about $500 worth of items that she did not pay for. According to the police report, she basically went through the store, selected a number of outfits, stuffed animals, different items, and then stuffed them in the backpacks that were then strapped to the backs of her children. In one case, a younger child had stolen items under the seat of the stroller. Well, officers looked through the backpacks of the stroller, found several outfits for children, toys, coloring books, markers, tape, and scissors. Basically, it looked like back-to-school shopping. So a spokesman for the Clearwater Police Department said, look, sometimes people do desperate things when they are desperate. No excuse to commit a crime, but there's a number of organizations to help out. Salvation Army, he listed, et cetera, et cetera. The question is, she was, in fact, arrested for shoplifting and currently in jail. Do you believe that this woman is black, white, Mexican, or Asian?
I have a gut feeling.
Where was this again?
I'm not confirmed.
Clearwater, Florida. What does your gut say?
My gut says white, but I'm not really sure on this. This is a tricky one.
I mean, look, back to school is back to school, and if you're broke, you're broke, right? So that's simple. And you never want to disappoint your kids, so you have this little bit of sympathy, because it's not like she took anything for her, but you still can't do it. It's still a crime.
But she stole...
All the stuff was for kids. Kids' outfits, a few stuffed animals, coloring books, markers, tape, and scissors.
And where did she steal from?
Colin,
She stole them from a Target's in Clearwater, Florida.
this woman is still in jail. This woman was a shoplifter. This woman
But
is
it's
not...
$500, dude. So remember, you go from misdemeanor to felony, and if you're arrested for that, the law dictates.
I don't care what the law dictates. There's no way
But
this
that's what the
woman's
law
lying.
says. It
I
doesn't
know
matter.
I know what it says, but I doubt it's going to... I don't know why. For some reason, that just seems like that wouldn't stick.
You know what? I'm going to say Mexi.
Actually, I'm actually going to have to probably go with Ted on this.
Final answer.
That's my final answer.
We're going to find out if she was black, white, Mexican, or Asian next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Well, this takes us to Clearwater, Florida. A 38-year-old woman and mom is at Target, and she's shoplifting, putting some of the items in her kid's backpack, also some of the items in her kid's stroller.
Yeah.
I guess a lot of these items, were they back-to-school things?
They
or-
believe so. It was like markers, tape, scissors.
Kid stuff.
All of it certainly for the kids, none of it for her. But nevertheless, regardless of your situation, a crime's a crime. And Colin, we asked you, did you believe that this woman is black, white, Mexican, or Asian? You said your gut told you white, but inevitably you went with Ted and just went Mexican.
Yeah, I'm going to go on a limb here, or go out on a limb.
On a Ted limb. You're on a Ted limb, man.
Yeah.
You are correct,
My limbs are strong.
Strong Ted limb.
Just curls today, getting them limbs strong.
Now for all TV news all the time, and it's time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box,
Armageddon!
The Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
Obviously, after the World Cup and stuff, a lot of people get fired up about soccer. Mm-hmm. And, if you watch the World Cup, football, soccer, you know what? I had this conversation with somebody the other day, and they were like, call it soccer. And I was like, English football, soccer, whatever. They were like, call it soccer. Like, it's the same goddamn thing. I don't want to hear it from the English. I don't want to hear it from the Americans.
Right.
All right?
know what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. Have you seen the World Cup for NFL? Doesn't exist, bro.
And you have to differentiate here in the United States because we have another thing that's called football. So the only reason you have to say it or differentiate it is because there's another sport
I know.
called
I'm
that.
just saying, if you're
That's
talking,
all.
if you hear
World
somebody
Cup.
talking World
Yeah,
Cup,
exactly.
this and that, like
Exactly.
call it soccer.
Yeah, if you say Super Bowl, like, do you mean English football? No.
You know what? I'm gonna start doing that. People
Footy,
say,
do you mean footy?
You mean soccer? Yeah, go Arsenal. So if you watch the World Cup, you might notice one massive superstar was not there because he doesn't play for the Swedish team anymore. Are you familiar with Zlatan Abramovich?
Guy at the LA Galaxy now?
He is now at the Galaxy. He's a Swedish national team player for
Swedish,
years.
yeah.
He was at PSG there forever.
Got there and laced that goal from like 40 out, just like immediately zapped one in there like Zoltar.
He loves meatballs,
Right,
puts
that
together
guy.
IKEA furniture
Yeah.
faster than anybody.
Right. I mean, he's played for some of the biggest clubs in the world. He played at Manchester United, this and that. Now, if you don't know anything about him, you need to know.
Isn't he
is-
a little over the top as far
He's
as like
ridiculous.
his... Okay.
Like he took out a whole page ad when he got to L.A. that just said, "You're welcome."
Oh, that guy.
Right?
Yeah.
I will come
Like,
to
and
impregnate your beautiful
But
women.
he's been like this for years. He talks in the third person.
He's
this
half
and that.
Borat, half, but he's like, but
But he's
not.
dead serious.
Yeah.
So he was on part of the interruption with Kornheiser and Tony Kornheiser and Michael Wilbon, and they started talking to him about being L.A. and LeBron's there. Why he doesn't call basketball fully basketball, I don't know, but God, I love this guy.
Yeah, have you met LeBron? Do you want to meet LeBron? Would you invite LeBron to one of your games?
I think, of course, I will see him play basket. I don't know if he's interested in soccer, even though soccer is bigger than basket, with all the respect for basket. And, of course, I will see him. I think him as an athlete is amazing. And what he's doing, the way he's doing it, because I see myself also being so big and move like a small ninja, what he does also. So I find it fancy, and that's inspire a lot of people. So I think we'll watch each other, of course.
Well, you know, he's a part owner of Liverpool, so he's aware. I mean, he's yes, he is. You didn't know? I can't believe you didn't know this.
I knew, but it's the wrong team.
Listen to this next answer.
Did you play other sports growing up? People may not know if, in America yet that you're 6'5". You could have played all sorts of. What else did you play? What else did you do?
I did a lot of sport. Everything with ball, I'm phenomenal. So if I play basket, I could play with LeBron without a problem. And if they need help, I'll help them.
I like
anything with the ball. I'm phenomenal.
Yeah, phenomenal. I like him.
That's what I'm saying. I don't. To this day, I don't know if he's full of it. If
Who
he
cares? I like that swagger. You're welcome.
Right, and he does amazing things. He shows up in the league. He scores goals.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
goals.
I mean, he laced one. He laser shot it.
I mean, look, man. When you take out a full page ad and it just says you're welcome.
But he made a statement before that, like, "I come to North America to impregnate your beautiful women." Like, it was just like ridiculous. Like, you're just like, I love this guy,
and he's been like this for years. If you want to watch that full interview, it's up on the Men's Room Facebook page. Yeah, I saw that last night. I was like, that is awesome.
I'm digging this guy.
And why? I still don't know why he didn't call it basketball.
And
it's bigger than basket.
I think because you wouldn't call it football or you wouldn't call it anything else. Like, I think it's just half the thing. Like, you call it footy.
Yeah. So it's just basket.
But I like that he had to get that dig in there, too. Like, he's big basketball star, but not like me, a footballer.
Soccer is bigger. No disrespect to basket.
Which is weird, because honestly, behind soccer, basketball
is.
Yeah, worldwide, it's probably.
I like basket.
I mean, if you take out the NBA, like one of the more popular, well-known teams in all of basketball in the world is Barcelona. Mm-hmm. And also pretty famous for their soccer. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When you consider that China just offered Dwayne Wade $25 million to play for 1 year, I'd have a feeling that it's a worldly sport.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and people like that stuff. You know, it's kind of like Americans are with soccer, right? Like, our league's not the best. We get kind of people when they're a little past their prime and everything, but it's like that's our version of it, so we still like it. It's right. If you're in China, you're a great Chinese person. Like, what do you care? Like, Dwayne Wade's not in his prime. Right. Okay.
So that's what we do.
Mulberry's a god there.
We do that with the MLS.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
I think we've already got that unlocked.
As long as we're talking about people doing amazing things, if you know anything about me, you know that I do thoroughly enjoy a good boy band. It's the truth. Backstreet was probably my favorite ones. I don't think I'll ever get this honor. But James Corden, you know him from hosting late night shows, but he actually got to perform with the Backstreet Boys. Not bad.
We got about 22 songs left. 22. 22? Yeah. Right. 23. Well, then I quit the band. I can't do 20 more of these. Thanks for having us, Vegas. I'll see you later.
You know, it's funny to me because he's like, oh, we're doing one song. But honestly, like, you think about that. That's a physical thing they're doing.
They dance nonstop.
23 damn songs.
They have like one slow song or two, but for the most part, it's a bunch of 40-year-old guys.
Right, and now you're 40 years old. It's not like it was 20 years ago, man, you know?
Yeah, and 40, I don't think Kevin's seen the north. Kevin's been north of 40 for a minute.
Oh, okay. He's no. But I think for the money they're making, like, color me in shape.
Jesus.
That's how you say it. Color me in shape.
And then,
yeah.
There's a show on Netflix. Basically, people want it gone because it's not on Netflix yet. It's upcoming, right? It's called Insatiable. But people think it's fat shaming. Now, here's the whole story. It wasn't scheduled for a couple weeks to air on it, but the trailer came out, and basically it's about a fat high school girl named Patty who's bullied for her weight. But then one day, a man assaults her, and part of her recovery is to have her jaw wired shut.
So then she
goes back to school thinner, and she can have some revenge.
So it's like real life. Well, I mean, look, I know what people are saying. I get what they're saying, but back off. Let the show air. See what it's about. But that show, We Be This, that everybody watches and cries about, right? They have the big chick on the show. And I don't know much about the show, but I know that the big chick on the show, a lot of the show dedicates time to her going on about how tough it is being a big chick. And that she went to some kind of rehab, all this stuff. So you can watch We Be This, but because they do it in a way that, it's tear-jerking, it's the same goddamn thing.
I think the difference is, though, what people are worried about here is, like, eating disorders and stuff, because it's not like a story of a girl who took the summer to, like, eat better and work out a ton.
Right.
She got assaulted, got her jaw wired, and it's like, well, now she's thin, everything's fine.
Oh, circumstantial.
Right. And you'll meet a lot of people that can lose a ton of weight and be like, it didn't cure every issue I had.
Of course not.
Right? Netflix hasn't commented on it. I don't know.
But also, if nothing else, just remember, it's make-believe.
Right. It is a TV show.
If you do a show that is a real show and you're going to sit there and fat shame people, I'd be like, well, that's a little stupid. But it's a make-believe show. There's a show about Dexter. I don't think that people threw their full weight behind serial killers in general. It was kind of understood.
But he has
full weight, huh?
Right. But he has feels.
I know. Obviously, it's a Freudian slip, and I'm still insulting people. But people understood, like, it's a TV show. They're not saying serial killers have a kinder side. They're not saying you want to work side by side.
They actually do if you watch the show.
Sure. But most people, like, you can't be smart for one show and be an idiot with another one. It's make-believe.
While in space,
right? I mean, like,
I prefer...
Yeah,
that's all. I mean, I get people's point, but like the show hasn't even aired yet, man. Relax a little bit. See what it's about.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. And Alyssa Milano, she has a role in the show. She tweeted out, we're not shaming Patty. We're addressing it through comedy. The damage that occurs from fat shaming. Hope that clears it up. I'm with you. People saw the trailer. They freak. Like, at the end of the day, right? It's a
good. I'm glad they got the publicity, but just watch the show.
Right. If it sucks, it sucks.
Well, the publicity is not for that.
Right.
Other people said you should take it off the air.
Right.
Sasha, you know what? Borat's new show, man. And I'm never going to say his name right. Who's America? Basically, the first week it came out, not too many people watched it. A lot of people heard about it. Apparently, a lot of people went to check it out. According to the Hollywood Reporter, when you add in delayed viewing like DVR and streaming, it nearly triples his audience to almost 3 million.
Yeah,
which is pretty which is pretty unbelievable.
It'll be crazy to see what happens to all these people who appear on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think, too, any of those shows, like, for whatever reason, just if it's on a network, I still feel used to kind of going and watching it at that time. Like Fallon or Kimmel.
Because network pounds it in your head. That's all we've ever done with the networks. Like, this is the time to watch the show. And I think, for some, you're right. For some reason, you take comfort in that. Like,
right,
it's 8 o'clock on Wednesday. I'll watch whatever.
Right, like shows that are on, like, Showtime or HBO, even though they're on once a week or weekly, I tend to just kind of record those shows and be like, I'll get to it when I get to it.
Right, you just watch it later.
I think I'm just more used to the daily shows, but not just the shows that come on every day, whether that's the news or whatever it is. And
never changes.
Or late night. Late night's just, it's pretty consistent on the fact that it's there 5 days a week. So eventually that gets pounded in my head.
Yeah.
Every night at 11:30. You know what time local news starts. You know what time national news starts. You know what time prime time starts. Like network sets itself up.
There's 4 or 5 good options at that time.
Conan was at Comic-Con recently. He was down there doing a lot of stuff. He had on Jamie Lee Curtis, and basically she wanted to quiz him up on his Comic-Con knowledge.
First question, what is Black Widow's real name?
Natasha Romanoff.
What type of crystal do you need to build a lightsaber?
A kyber crystal.
In the new Aquaman movie, what does Jason Momoa ride?
An extremely satisfied sea dragon.
The RR in George R.R. Martin stands for?
Really rich.
The Jedi mind trick can
Help people forget they paid to see Solo.
Yeah, I don't know a bunch about Star Wars. I got in this conversation a few days ago with somebody who's really hates Solo.
Okay.
And is a big fan of the franchise. See, my buddy went on such a tirade about how much he hated Solo that another mutual friend of ours came in like kind of halfway through. Yeah. And then when the first guy left, he looked at me and said, I really liked it, but I did not have the heart to tell him. I was like, what do you mean? And he goes, what did you say to set him off? And I go, I don't even remember.
You don't know.
Right. And I literally.
Would you like a Solo cup for your drink?
Yeah,
I'll tell you about Solo.
Yeah. And halfway through the tirade, I looked at him. I just said, hey, man, remember, I have seen none of these.
Right. I don't. You're just angry now, but you don't actually have an audience. You're now the crazy man yelling at no one on the street.
I saw that the other night myself.
Because I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Let me tell you another thing, Ted. Sure, man. Chewbacca's part baboon. How come we never see his naked ass?
Well, I mean, look, I've done it, right? Like, I've had conversations.
That's just a dream of mine, Robin. Don't scrunch your face. Let a man dream about Chewbacca having that naked pink ass like a baboon.
Just
that big strapping Wookiee.
Random question. Who do you think got more tail? Solo or your guy?
Lando?
What do you mean, like in general in real life?
Effed everything.
In space.
Lando!
The character.
Yes, he's black. He's a black man in
you
space.
You kidding me? Space, brother?
You kidding me?
He even rolled up the first time you see him like, well, who do we have here? And his Colt 45, we're talking about Princess Leia. Instantly, it's like, I want to have sex with her.
All right.
He probably had sex with Chewbacca.
It's like when the Sonics moved to Seattle. It's the same number game.
Come on, man. Lando was slaying it. Slaying it.
Come on.
He had more galactic venereal diseases than anyone else in that movie franchise.
But he's in space.
My brother probably had more shots in his penis for something he picked up from somewhere than anyone else in the Star Wars
universe.
universe.
In space. He doesn't have an English accent.
Yeah.
This guy's amazing. So
means he's not evil.
Right.
Yeah. Again, I got into that argument.
Lando Calrissian.
Like, I don't know why.
There is no argument. Lando Calrissian got more ass than anyone in the Star Wars universe, period. It is unquestioned. It is indisputable. How is that even a thing?
Some people
think
Solo.
It's Lando. You know why his last name's Solo? Because he wanted to have sex, Ted. All he did was masturbate. Han Solo.
It's right there in the name.
Yeah. He was sending a message of desperation.
Like if you ask somebody for that, you probably could get picked up on the street if it's a sting operation.
Right. Exactly.
Han Solo, you're in, you're out, goodbye.
I think any of the Star Wars characters sound like drug terms.
I'm talking about getting
What? Like who?
I know, but I'm saying they all sound very vicey. Like, is Chewbacca there? What? Or like...
Or some new street
Boba
like,
Fett.
yo, man, I need to see C-3PO, man.
Right?
You got something to C-3PO.
There's a lot of weird stuff there.
R2.
Dude, what's wrong with that guy? He's been eating Wookiees for 2 days.
Jabba's.
Dude, only eat one Wookiee a day. I'm telling you, lose your mind.
I'm 2 Wookiees. I'm going to say that.
He's got Wookiee fever.
Some ratings from last week, obviously, like every summertime show. America's Got Talent, the All-Star Game got in there, 60 Minutes, and then, of course, NCIS, a repeat, number 10.
Good God. I mean, why does it... You realize NCIS, they could essentially just stop taping the show, rerun their entire goddamn series, and still be in the top 10. They're almost like in syndication on their own network.
Basically,
they need a challenge. They need a small town. They really need to figure out... Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well... The hell with New Orleans, the hell with L.A., the hell with they need to go to Muncie. Like if they can make it work there, then they win.
But they need crimes,
right?
There's crime, man.
But maybe you stole my lawnmower. I don't know.
NCIS doesn't show up for that.
No,
well, and
I killed you over the line. I killed you because you discovered my meth operation. All right,
and you got to have naval people there.
You mean people with belly buttons or people in the Navy?
No. It's like the naval.
We don't. It's a secret base.
Oh,
it's a secret base, Ted.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to know they're there, but crime goes on, and then you NCIS.
It's old nuclear silo.
Right. Yeah. There you go. Right.
Is
that the Navy? Navy doesn't deal with nuclear silos.
I have no idea.
They're crazy Navy guys.
Yeah. Now CSI could go to a little town because they're just criminal scene investigation.
Sure. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do CSI.
That's more
CSI Muncie.
That's more believable.
Yeah.
CSI Muncie.
Someone stole the lime from the Little League field.
Ooh, hold my beer.
Guess we'll see them in the lineup.
I don't know if you guys heard, but there's going to be, I believe it's Canada that's making a cannabis beer.
Yeah, good for them.
Yeah, Seth Meyers was talking about it.
Scientists in Canada are working to create the world's first beer brewed entirely from cannabis. Scientists say they've been working tirelessly from morning to mid-morning.
Thank you, Ted. There we go. TV Time with Ted. Mike's got your headlines coming up in minutes. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go to nature, where April the giraffe apparently likes to have lots and lots and lots of sex. We head to Tennessee for a naked man doing jumping jacks in the women's bathroom at McDonald's and looking in the mirror to flex. Florida man with family over everything tattoo on his chest throws pregnant girlfriend to the ground. A scarecrow in a marijuana field in Texas doesn't keep the cops from coming around. And a Colorado company lets you take a lineman to lunch. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's Mike Hawk.
All right, our top story, we go to Texas, where a marijuana operation might have spent a little more time on their security measures. On an anonymous tip, sheriffs discovered a 5-acre marijuana farm and came across a scarecrow laying in a hammock armed with a rifle. I don't know, man. I'm having a stroke or something. Damn it. I'm so tired. Okay.
Girlfriend goes, he's all tired.
What are you doing? Were you up all night doing drugs? What are you doing?
Goddamn, man. You start eating unhealthy when the girlfriend goes out of town.
How late were you up to last night?
Just falling apart.
Like 11, man.
That's late for you.
11?
Your pants ripped today?
It's been a bad day, Miles.
Your pants ripped in the crotch when you squatted down to take a picture.
Yeah, I did.
Don't say that. That was a private conversation.
Alrighty. On an anonymous tip, sheriffs discovered a 5-acre marijuana farm and came across a scarecrow laying in a hammock armed with a rifle.
You got me.
They did not.
That wasn't a Wizard of Oz.
Oh man, did you actually see the picture of this thing?
No.
Oh, you gotta see this. This did not, however, deter the approaching officers, and the marijuana was busted. It's pretty realistic looking, man. He looks like he's just taking a nap with a rifle.
Sure.
It's a BB gun. It's nothing all that bad. It's actually pretty funny. In other news, good news. You all remember that incessant story that we had last year about April the giraffe that took forever to have that baby?
Yeah, because they kept the webcam on her, right?
Yeah,
For all those people that nothing gets me excited like watching a giraffe scream in pain and poop out a baby giraffe.
Who knew giraffes like to have all this?
That's your reward for watching it.
Cool. Dude, it's horrible.
That's what I mean.
Like I've been watching Shark Fest, and I watched a seal plop out a baby seal. Like that is gross.
Was it like screaming and stuff?
No, it looked horrible. I mean, I haven't seen human birds, but it looks horrible.
Do we celebrate like when people have babies in jail? Because this is kind of like the same. I mean, I'm not trying to put too fine of a point on this, but like, oh, jail baby.
Well, the sheeple of the internet are gearing up for another great event, once again, as April is pregnant.
Jail baby.
April, a whore.
Baby.
That giraffe, give that butt up for any giraffe.
Baby number 5 for April is expected to show spring of 2019.
She's going to be on food stamps. Kick her out the country.
She seems
well,
to
she
like
is
to
from
cook
Africa, probably here illegally.
Go back. Come here, put you up in our zoo, and now you're just having babies.
Lock
bending over for any
It's
giraffe.
just like we've been saying.
Lock her up.
She keep throwing that ass out there.
Bringing all the bowls to the yard.
We got to buy food for all them babies. Who's paying for that? I am.
She's locked up.
I'm paying for it.
In Florida, a masseuse is in jeopardy of losing her license after she fell victim to a sting operation. Please tell me you guys have heard of this story.
No, I don't know.
I don't think so.
The woman agreed to perform the known happy ending on one of her patients that happened to be an undercover sheriff. The name of the masseuse, me suck bay.
Souk.
What?
Souk. Me souk bay.
I mean, it's right there in the name.
Can't a woman just run a business and be left alone?
Why do you care?
Why do you care? Like, we got her giving a handy. 61-year-old woman. Thank you for taking the criminals off the street.
I bet she's got soft palms.
Like, who gives a flying F?
I'm just
You're
saying.
in Florida. Like, Christ. If that's...
Yes.
Oh, my God.
What's that name again?
Me souk bay.
Yeah. I like you, mama.
Okay. What we got?
We got her. We got her. We got her. She just offered to touch the Jimmy. We got her.
In Tennessee, police responded to a call about a man that had locked himself inside of a fast food restaurant bathroom.
Freudian. Oh, who needs a nap? The fat what?
Damn it.
The fat food restaurant?
Fast food restaurant's bathroom.
food.
And was reportedly naked.
I'll take you to
What?
cheeseburger.
Why was he naked?
He was doing jumping jacks.
He was in the women's room.
Oh, that guy.
When the
doing
police
jumping
made their
jacks.
way into the bathroom, he was indeed nude, acting erratically, doing jumping jacks and hitting the wall. I don't know with what. It just says that he was hitting
When's the last
wall.
time you...
Like of life, or like he literally smacking the wall? I hit the wall. I'm doing naked jumping jacks in his
Do
women's
you think
room.
at any point that he's looking in the mirror doing naked jumping jacks in a public bathroom that's the women's, he said, you know what, guy in the mirror? You've made poor life choices.
Here's the thing. He was deemed a danger to himself and others and was arrested after police noticed a chemical smell inside of the bathroom. This man has been known to huff some stuff.
Okay, that's fine. But when does someone randomly just break out jumping jacks? Like, it's one thing, like,
It's a
and I
great
know, Ted, every
exercise,
once in a
Miles.
while, like in your podcast, where you'll break out some push-ups.
Yeah, make it
Push-ups are different. But, see, you can't even do one.
Yeah, I
like,
can.
No,
I
you're
was trying to rip my pants more.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
yeah,
it's different.
all right.
It's great exercise.
Whenever
One, two,
you know, most people don't whip out the jumping jacks.
No, little kids do, and you're like, you're not doing exercise.
Dude, jumping
you're
jacks, honestly, as an adult, try them again.
Okay.
That's it for headlines. With that, Mike Hawk is out of here.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. See you next time for the return of Big Dummy Ted's Meat and Potatoes. The head chef will be back. No way Sherlock will drink and toast with a shot of the day, Anarchy. We'll see you again next time.
Yes, indeed, it's all true, but in the meantime, we be all about the badge. So until next time, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.